Hey everyone, it's Tim A from MidlifeCrisisTraveler.com, and right now I'm in the middle of Malibu, where many of the California wildfires have taken a toll on the hillsides and some of the homes here. So I'm going to give you a little show of what it's like here. I'm on one of the main roads. Many of the roads here are actually closed, so you can't get around very easily, but this is one where it is open. It's very busy, since all the traffic is kind of getting funneled in just a couple of the main roads through the mountains here. So let me show you what we're looking at here. As you can see, this hillside is completely singed and came up close to this beautiful home here on the hillside. You can see many of the trees along the fence there have been burned. And the hillside is now barren. So the risk here at this point is that if we get some rain, which right now there's not a cloud in the sky, so that's a good thing. But if we do get some rain, it very easily could saturate the ground and cause mudslides, because there's absolutely nothing holding the dirt and the soil in place. There's no grass, no shrubbery, no trees, nothing. Everything's been pretty much burned to the ground. You can see a few trees over here that are still standing, but they have been severely burned. Off in the distance you can see the ocean. I'll give you a little bit of a close-up of that. So we're just up on the hill here, maybe about a mile or so from the ocean. And it's a gorgeous day. It's about 75 degrees. Like I said, really not a cloud in the sky. And you can see how close that the fire got to these properties. Now this home here is a massive home. It's a beautiful home. And they have a huge driveway going around the house to protect it from the fire getting too close to the house. So that's one way that people around here protect themselves from having their homes burned down. So I don't know if you can tell, but the wind is kicking up here. It's probably about a gust of around 20 miles an hour or so. And when these when these winds kick up, it fans the flames. So you can have a fire that's burning in one area, and what will happen is the winds can kick up embers from those fires and carry them up to, miles and drop them in other areas, which then spawn new fires in other areas. And so that's one of the problems that happens in these various canyons here, where you may have a fire in one spot, but if the winds kick up, and some of the winds were kicking up around 50, 60, 70 miles per hour, and when that happens, they can kick those embers up miles into the air and drop them in other canyons here and start new fires in totally different areas. So what tends to happen is the firemen, they get outnumbered by the number of fires that occur in one period of time when the winds get really wild here. So it's unfortunate, it's sad that some people have lost their homes, their businesses, and it's indiscriminate. There were areas where I drove up the Pacific Coast Highway on my way here, and there were some areas that were completely gone, just totally burnt to the ground. And you drive, a half a mile down the road, and there were areas that weren't touched by the fires. That you had palm trees and your regular vegetation and foliage and everything, and they were untouched. They looked like nothing ever happened there. So it's unfortunate, but that's some of what happens here. So I tried to go through Malibu Creek State Park, but they have most of the roads closed there. They're doing some work there to get that back into shape so that people can visit. But there's a lot of electric wires and other phone wires and everything else that's being repaired right now in that area. So they have the roads closed off. So again, there's certain roads that are open, and those roads are very busy. They're actually working just up the hill from here on some of the electrical wires repairing them and rerouting them. So I'll definitely have more pictures and video in other areas, but as you can see, this area, they've been lucky that the homes have been saved, but much of the surrounding vegetation has been destroyed. So